Hi, I'm Brian Bowen, the Executive Vice President of SubioMed. As we're working through our product research and development, we're pretty excited to have come across the Moticon Insole 3 product. This is a German sensing insole that's pretty interesting. It's a world leader in terms of its wireless technology and data capability. So what we loved about it is it's plantar pressure sensing, which is important when you're analyzing what goes on beneath the foot, but it also has built into it some interesting technology that's all wireless. There's an onboard data capture hard drive, Bluetooth technology, and a 6-axis gyroscope, which allows us to kind of take Gait biomechanics outside of the Gait lab. We intend to use the Moticon during our research and development to validate what we're doing. And we also envision during beta testing and commercial launch that physicians and orthotists and brace makers will find value in using Moticon to objectively identify data changes that patients are feeling and they're seeing when they're walking on our SubioMed products. So we'll show you how this works. For this demonstration, we're going to be using a SubioMed 3-layer design. This is one of our early prototypes, but works pretty well, and I'll be walking on it in a pair of Nike LeBron shoes. This one happens to have some shimming on the lateral side because I've got lateral instability. So the way we'll do it is go ahead and we'll put the Moticon on top of the 3-layer, put it inside the shoe, activate it, and begin our recording. So I've got my Nike LeBron shoes on, I've got the Moticons inside, I've got the software running on my desktop, and I've got the app, the Moticon app, running on my Google Android phone. And you can see as I'm stepping on the Moticons that it's actually reading pressure. I know I've got a connection, and I know I'm ready to go. So I'm ready to actually start recording. This is going to be a simple 8 steps down and 8 steps back. And the idea is to have the patient walk as normally as possible in whatever shoe gear they're in. And the Moticon is picking up data at every phase of gait, from heel strike through mid stance through toe off, and then it's analyzing an algorithm to give you all the basic gait reports and plantar pressure readings that you'd expect from a Gait lab. Okay, so we've completed the test. It was recorded on the phone, but now it has to be transmitted to the desktop. So I've uploaded it to my Microsoft Surface, and the Moticon desktop software was already open. And so I'm seeing the test. And when I'm looking at the results of the test, I can run any one of the 5 reports. So I've chosen Gait report. Let's take a look at what this showed. Quadrant 1 is my Gait line, and I can see on the right-hand side that it runs more laterally, the center of progression. That makes sense because of a history of ankle sprains, and I know I have peroneal insufficiency. The upper right quadrant in this layout is a pressure distribution, and you can see in mid stance that I got some heat on my lateral border on the right foot, which also makes sense with peroneal insufficiency, and you can see that there's no force under my great toe, also consistent with peroneal insufficiency. Lower left hand is the histogram that shows weight at different cycles, and the bottom right is another look at pressure distribution. And then lastly, the second page of the report are the simple parameters and statistics from the algorithm that cranked out the Gait report. All in all, a really simple way to do down and dirty Gait testing outside of a lab on the fly. We're really excited to be using the Moticon Insole 3 during development of SubioMed.